Okay, as the Python programming tutorials course, we're up to number 10 in our video. I just did number 9 on functions. Number 10 is going to be about commenting. Now what I want to do is I want to tie together all the things that we've done already: variables, getting input, conditions, looping, working with lists, and basically tie it all together, and at the same time comment it properly so you know how to do that for achieve merit excellence. So mainly this is about commenting, okay, but I want to tie stuff together. So let's try that. So, okay, so for merit excellence for commenting, we achieved, we would expect inline commenting. So let's do some coding. So achieved coding, I'm just going to tidy up this. Achieved coding would be something like this. I'm gonna try and create, or start to create, so you can see how this works. Rock, paper, and scissors. That game. It's actually kind of a hard program to code off the bat without planning it. Okay, so rock, paper, scissors. Anyway, so what we'd want to do is we want to actually, is that a good idea to do rock, paper, scissors? Especially when I haven't thought about it. Okay, what we need to do is think of the algorithm. So for rock, paper, scissors, I want the computer. So I'm going to write comment first coding. Computer picks his choice, and it's going to be either rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm spelling scissors correctly. Yeah. Anyway, the computer has to pick his choice, rock, paper, scissors. Then the user has to choose his choice of rock, paper, or scissors. Then basically you have to decide who won. Okay, so it's just my comment first coding. Now for achieved, you want to do basically minimum coding. So here's what comment first coding is going to help you get better than achieved. If you code out things and you have far more comments in, you get a better. Achieved is just saying what the code does. So I'm going to insert the random library, import the random library. So random, and this is what achieved looks like. I'll show you what this is. Let's you get a random number. So comment, that would be achieved, okay? That would be an achieved comment where you're describing what the code next to it, it's called inline, describing what the code does, okay? What does that code do? So you would say the input library. Now let's go down. This was all part of my planning. I'm going to section off my code to a main routine. See, I'm not coding at achieved level. I'm trying to section off my code. I want to have another section for functions. So of course, if I'm not doing any of the, if I'm just doing achieved, I won't do any of this sort of stuff. Okay, I won't section off my code into, I won't have it at the top here, a big code block like that. I won't have my libraries there. I won't have my functions area there, and I won't have my main program there. I won't be doing any of this coding. See how most of my code at the moment is comments. So I'm clearly not aiming at achieved at this point, because this is achieved, where you write your code and then you put comments next to it. Okay, so let's create a rock, paper, scissors. So I'm going to, first of all, this is my program. First, I'm going to follow my algorithm there. Computer picks his choice. So I'll make a variable called computer choice. Nice and nice like that. And I'm going to pick from, I'm going to make a list, rock, paper, and scissors. That's choices. I'll call it choices, and I'm going to make a list called rock, paper. You're supposed to plan these coding things, not just write them on the fly like I am, and scissors, because planning them is you definitely get a better program than just writing them on the fly. So I've got my thing, rock, paper, or scissors, and the computer's going to have to pick one of these randomly. Now what I could do is I could pick a random number and go, that's at 0, that's at 1, and that's at 2. So I could use the random, here we go, get a random number. So random, hence why we have the random library. Get a random number from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 0 to 2, and store it, and then I can then go choices at position at whatever that random one and store it. So let's print that out and check it. So print rand, okay, and let's just see what it does. And you see it picked number 2. Hang on a minute. It picked a random number from sorry, computer choice. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, pick scissors. Okay, so it's working. It should pick a different one every time. Yeah, rock. Okay, it's working. Now this is one way you could do it. And if I'm doing achieve level comments, I would write a little comment next to it. This gets me a random number from 0 to 2. Okay, and then I would write a little comment here. This stores rock, paper, or scissors from the list. Stores the selected one. Yeah, something like that. So I'm just doing inline comments next to the code, saying what's happening. Okay, there's quite a lot of code commenting though. Even for achieve, there's a lot of commenting. All right. So what else would I need to do? But I'm following my algorithm, so my computer gets its one and chooses it. I could do it this way. Now another way of doing it. Can I just show you another way? I could just do this. This is kind of a easy way. I could go random dot choice. Random dot choice actually will choose a random thing from the random library. Will actually pick something random from a list. So this is actually easier than using a random number. So hence you wouldn't even need this line of code. Boom. So you could do it in less code. So let's check it and see if it works. And you'll see, yeah, it picked paper. So that actually works kind of even more efficiently than getting a random number. Scissors. And it's randomly picking something from my list. So that's another thing. You could explain what that does by saying the choice method lets you select something from a list. Okay, so anyway, that's officially, I've tested it there, and I managed to get a random number. So now, following my algorithm, I need to make my choice. Okay, so let's have my choice. So I'll go my choice. Actually, I'll just make a variable called my choice. And say input, and I want to say choose rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, I'm going to be as clear as I can with what to enter, because I don't want them to make a mistake on the entry. So then I can print out, we can test it. We can go computer choice, and my choice. Okay, so just to test as we go. Okay, and we run it, and it's going rock, paper, scissors. I'll go rock, and it said paper and rock were chosen, and of course paper won. Okay, so cool, we're getting there. Now what I want to do now, I need to decide who won. Now there are ways I'm up to decide who wins. So now I know that works. I can get rid of that comment. Okay, cool, I'm getting there. I want to now make a function that decides for me who won. So I'm going to call a function def winner function, or something like that. Or something like that. So I'll go mine computers. Okay, there we go. We'll do it like that. So now I've got a function. I'll just put a pass in there as a placeholder. Now I have to call my function down here, winner, and I have to pass it my choice and the computer's choice. Okay, there we go. So passing up what I chose and what the computer chose. Okay, and now it's going to come up here and it's going to run. Now here's where our achieve level comments, which we've been doing, is basically achieved. We're going to turn it into a better ones like merit and excellence. So I'm going to put a block comment above my function, and I'm going to explain this function. I could say this function takes two parameters. My choice. Of the computer's choice, and will determine who won. So what is a and if we go down and we comment that off and make it look tidy, nice, there's my block comment above my function that I've described my functions, because you want to do that. You want to describe what the function does. This is saying what the block of code under that function does. It's called behavior. So it's saying, what does this entire piece of code do? It's not just line by line. It's what does this chunk of code do? What does it do? The whole chunk, not just inline comments saying this line of code does this. Okay. Now, if you add in, so that's merit, where you explain the whole chunk of code and what it does. If you add an excellence, is when you say your reasoning. Okay, so why I coded it this way. When you put your reasoning in, that's excellence. Okay, when you're saying your why, the why I did it this way, or why I did it this way, and instead of doing it this way, instead of this way, that is more excellence commenting. So you need all three. You need inline commenting to describe some of the code. You need block commenting to describe chunks of code, and you need excellence commenting, which is the why. Okay, so the excellence is the why I did it. Okay, why I did it this way. Yeah, did it. Okay, so there's the two code. Remember, behavioral is merit. So merit is behavior. Behavioral behavior, or chunk of code. Okay, chunk. Oh man, of code. So explaining a whole chunk of code is merit. So a good one is to, above every function, explain what the function does and explain why you chose to do it this way. You're hitting now merit and excellence for commenting. You've got inline commenting. There's a lot, you notice it has to have a block comment at the top saying about your code, purpose of your code. This is rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Scissors code. Scissors type code. Okay. And you can have all the detail in a big block comment. You want to section off things for readability, like here's my functions, they go here. Here's my main routine, that goes down here. Make it very readable. Put white space in if you need to. If you do comment first coding like I have with my algorithms here, that helps because you've got commenting throughout your code as well. plus inline. Yeah, and so now you have to code the winner thing. So I'm not going to code the whole program. I'm just showing you how to do excellence and everything. So adding in that, you saw I used a list there. You saw I've got input, and you saw I'm using a function. Obviously, we would want to check who won. So if let's do a condition. If mine is equal to computers, so if we're both the same, that means it's a draw. Okay, so you can say print it's a draw. Okay, if elif mine is equal to rock and computer is equal to paper, then who wins? You could say that is win for me, eh? You win. Okay, and basically there's many ways you can determine the winner, and there's really efficient ways, and there's different ways. There's about 100 different ways you could write rock paper scissors, but basically you want to have multiple games of it. So you want to loop down in this bottom part and loop around the input, like loop around people having a game and have best out of 3 or something like that. And you need a sort of all the components. So anyway, this is rock, paper, scissors, not completed, but just showing you how to comment up to excellence level in coding. So this is mainly about commenting, but I'm trying to tie things together a little bit as well.